Today's video, guys, I'm going to be showing you how to put your transmission fluid or what you run in your your ZF S5-42. Depends on you, but it calls for back on 5, but some people use different brands of transmission fluid. This is actual Motorcraft. That's what's going back in this transmission. It's high as shit, so expect to spend probably $60 to $100 on your fluid, depending who you know and where you get it at. So let's go ahead and crawl onto the truck and I'll show you where you can fill it up. Well, I'm going to show you two different ways you can fill it up, because we rebuilt this transmission and it's a little bit easier on us. Underneath of your truck, if you got the ZF S5-42, you got a drain plug right here. You will need to loosen that plug and put a pan down here and catch all your fluid. Now this transmission we done been into and everything, it's bone dry, so we don't need to drain it. But if you did need to drain yours, that's the plug you need to remove. Now you have a fill plug on these guys, which is right here. Now you can pretty well, not this, you don't remove this. This is for your reverse gear shaft. Don't take this out, but this is your fill plug. You can pretty well remove this guy and fluid, will come out when you get it filled up. And you usually use a little squeeze pump to put your fluid in. But I'm going to show you a different way to do it than filling up at this hole. Now if you can't get this plug out, don't worry. You can take this upper bolt out right here. It's a little bit higher, but it won't affect it. You can take this out and the threads go straight into the block. Inside, well, straight through the case. And when you fill up, fluid will come out whole, and you just put new thread lock on this bolt and screw it back in. And there you go. You can use that as a fill plug as well. Or you can keep track of how much goes in it. Once you drain it, put your drain plug back in it. Come inside. I said come. Shit. On video. Anyway, you go inside the truck and you got 4 bolts. 1 here, 2, 3, 4. It's usually little bitty Allen heads. It's on a cap. I think you got the cap in here to show you, but if you take your boot up on your truck, you will see them. It's 4 little bolts here on a cap with the shifter attached to it. Your shifter pulls straight up. Now you have 2 little plastic things right here, that's bushings, and when you pull up, make sure them don't come off. Now once you get them pulled up, you can pour your fluid down in here. Now some people say the ZF holds 4 quarts of transmission fluid. I can tell you it takes about 4, maybe a little bit over 4 sometimes to get to that fill hole. Sometimes you get it at 3 depending on what's left in the trans, but usually 4. The Haynes manual says 6 quarts to go in this, and if you add 6 quarts, you will be over that fill plug. Okay, so you will have to fill to the top if you go with what your Haynes manual says. Now if your ZF ain't got a PTO, I'm going to tell you what I put in this truck, and I use this much because I got a PTO, and the PTO probably holds about a quart, a little bit more, 1.5 quarts of itself. I do got 6 quarts here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There should be 6 quarts at a hell of a deal, so we picked up 6. I'll probably use all 6, to be honest with you. I might stop at 5. I'm gonna see as I go about what that PTO takes. So after about 2 to 3 quarts, you should be seeing if you got any leaks if you rebuilt your transmission, especially if you ain't got a PTO attached. So let's go ahead and add fluid, I guess. You got the fill hole that we are using as a fill hole, I guess your shifter hole, and you pretty well just dump it in and let it take it all. So that one's done. Now we insert another. Now that you got that, you can take all your pretty well Motorcraft fancy bottles and use them for storing old transmission fluid that come out of it and disposing of it, or you can put this plastic in a bag, keep it together and take it and have it recycled. So now I need to install my cap, and you didn't get to see me take it off, but I will show you how to install it right now in a second, because I'm done here. I don't need this open no more. Don't need shit falling into it. We won't be using thread locker today, but you can if you want to. But these holes right here are sealed off by the bottom gasket, so there should not be no fluid coming up through them holes, so you shouldn't have to worry about a Loctite. And I know I need to clean this truck out. I ain't got to that section yet. So the Allen head bolts, I'll be placing them with these regular bolts. They 8.8. I don't remember the thread size, but you can take one of your Allen heads to Lowe's and pick you up for with washers. But I do know the size of the socket is a 10mm. I'm going to show you how to put your gasket and everything on. So if you feel your transmission, a lot of people just silicone them, but you can actually get these gaskets here in the kit very cheap. You can actually get them in a 4 or 5 pack, and it goes on just like so, and center it up. Now once you get that, you can drop your plate on, which is this, just like this. I got mine greased up, ready to go in, and you want to make sure it faces this way, and make sure all your plastic pieces go in place, and it just drops down. So the new shifter is in place with the 2 little plastic pieces that goes here, acts as bushings, and a new bolt is tight, a gasket is on it. It can be a pain to line that gasket up trying to put this on, and you want to put grease on the end of those plastic things to help them stay on. You don't want one to fall off in your transmission. Yeah, you just have to be super safe and super careful and mindful. Get a buddy to help if you have to. Now, the gasket moving around on you, you can pretty well just go ahead and put silicone down there and hold it steady, or you can just put your bead of silicone on it and drop it down. Sometimes it's a whole lot easier than fighting with the gasket. Now, as you can see, I have pretty much no play in this shifter. Very tight, feeling very good. Shift is great. Very good, very stout. Feels great. If your boot is broke, you can buy a kit and put on it before then. I changed my boot before I installed it. If you didn't notice in the video, me showing you how to test fit it, this boot was destroyed. I changed all that. Here's the old pieces. I actually had another shifter with a good boot on it. I robbed the boot off of it. But yeah, that is how you drain and refill your ZF S5-42 transmission. It's very simple, it's very easy to do and maintain your vehicle, so why not do it yourself and save money? Now, if you found this video helpful, drop me a like. YouTube likes to recommend more videos with more likes, so leave a like so you could later on promote this video and maybe it will help someone else out. And leave me a comment. Tell me how you found my video. Let me know what you're working on. I enjoy hearing from everyone. And you can show your support for my channel by mashing that subscribe button and check back. Hit that notification bell. If you don't get a notification from me, check my channel out almost daily. I upload almost daily content. It might not be daily, but it's almost daily. And that's good enough. Thank you for watching.